So good morning everybody, and once again welcome back in today's class. Today we are on the day number 21 of our class, and today is the last day of our class as well. Okay, let me do the settings for this meeting options. Who can bypass everybody? Good, now everybody can join easily. Okay, so yesterday we discussed about indicator and about the metrics. Today we are going to be discuss about risk event and much more. Okay, so mainly risk events are kind of records or kind of a request raised by first line of defense, like the normal users. Okay, if they have idea, they can do it. And also from these events, the concept called risk events, business also know that how their risk are working and where need to be, they have to be managed or updated or remove it or corrected little bit more. Might be due to risk events, company can get a loss as well, or might be can get a benefit as well. Okay, so in this system, how the risk event can be raised? So we can see, we can go here and let me log in. Let's say I am a user. I'm a business user and I want to be logger. I want to be logger event, risk event. I'll go to the portal, compliance, and you can see report risk event. So we discuss the issues, even though you can log a issue as well. Or if I go back, you can log a risk issue as well. See, report issue risk compliance. Report a privacy, report a operational this thing. Or if it is about the risk, then you can use the risk event. What is the event name? Might be that event already happened, and might be it is going to be happen now, or possibly can be happen. Class dismiss. What happened? Dismiss today, and my routine to get up early will break. Show me entities only. Mainly यहाँ पे दो ही entity means we have to be. I'll show this particular way that how this record producer has been created. So I can say ServiceNow Enterprise. Other affected one, this one. What kind of impact of this event? Financial or non-financial? It can be financial as well. In which currency it will affect it? GBP. How much loss you are expecting? I am expecting that if this event happened, then I will lose 250,000. When you discover this event, today, tomorrow, day after, before, so you can give the past date as well. Let's say I want to go for the 15th. Okay. Who was the event discovered? You as an employee as a management assurance, might be customer feedback, might be internal audit, might be external event. What and how this has been come in the picture? I said it is coming due to internal audit. What do you think that even caused this? Batch is getting over. Any action taken? Yes. And then submit. Now let's do the R&D, that how, what, and where it has been happened. Number one, go back here, go to tables. And let's see which table it is. Event, risk event. This table and extend it from the task. That is the number one benefit. Okay. Rest, risk event to risk event to issue, risk event to entity, M2M tables are there. Now, record producer. Create report risk event, table name, SN risk advance event, and open this. And now you can see this. Lifecycle still pending. We're just seeing that how it has been built up. You can see this, and you can see by default it assigned current state as a 1, means I guess it's a in progress or new. And these are the variables.
Atul, sorry to interrupt you.
Please.
Anu was asking to join. Actually, he
Okay.
said
Oh, sorry.
ping her and that pull her.
But I can see everybody is there now.
No, Anu was not there. She is ping in that group.
Did she join that link?
I am not sure. She pinged in that group itself. WhatsApp group.
Give me a minute. Let me stop recording and share the link in the this thing WhatsApp group itself. Give me a minute. Yep, no screen sharing, right? Let me open my WhatsApp here and might be she's in the other link. No, she's in the wrong place. It's not day 2.
Yes, I think so.
Because that day 2 is generated from the meeting series. But this is a new meeting I created. Okay, so she's there. No, Hassan left. Can't see Anu. because I disable the lobby as well for everybody. Okay, we'll continue. She will join. I'll just have a look in the WhatsApp on my phone as well.
Yeah.
Sharing back now. Okay. So yeah. So now these are my variables. Expected loss to display was ultimate happen description. If I just this thing, and what was my input for this one, or I can just go back here and report risk and compliance just to show this one. Yeah. Other impacted, which entity is impacted by this event? Which entity? This one impacted by this event. It is picking up two values only, service now mainly, right? Open it. Name, primary profile, a reference. Let me change the update, this thing, scoping. Yep. Okay. This one. A reference risk event. Okay. Field primary entity. This one. And it is referring to GRC profile table. And it is using the advance. And using this code, get user profile filter variable mine is this. So where do we see that? Where in the GRC user in the SN GRC profile, where it is mentioned as a primary one, that values are appearing here. If I remove this option, let's say simple, and let's say save it. And now if I reload this, see, I can see all here. So just want to show the primary, it should use this option. So this is the record producer. Now the case is what happened to this particular event. Is it yes, no? What is life cycle for this one? So let's come back here. So every risk event has these 6 steps. New, analyze. It's look like you told me now, right? Sorry. Come on, why not? I'll see this thing. So it's look like you said, Atul, if I will not join this class, what the loss we have? You fill the form and you send it to me. Now I will analyze this. So it look like that it's look like that we already have these kind of work done, like risk assessment, where you as a business user are raising the concerns and risk identification. You as a business user raising the concern and I'm checking it. So now what will happen if I go back here, go here, go to risk event here and search for the class. ठीक है, यही है हमारा. Open this and now we'll follow the life cycle. Impacted item 2, because we've done the 2 impacted items. Risk fertilized not as of now, impacted control nothing, remediation as nothing. Now go to the details. Now don't assume that I am an end user. I am a risk manager to whom this event has come now to analyze. I will analyze, okay, class dismiss, ठीक है, financial impact ठीक है, potential है, ठीक है, actual potential, that's fine, personal. You can, these things are set it by the system in the background, but if you want, you can change the name. Financial impact can be, category can be legal. Discovered, yes. If this thing happen, it is near miss or full paid recovery, or this thing, if it near miss, yes, it will be near miss as you skip to the class. Used in modeling, what this mean? Tomorrow, when the business is start doing the capital side modeling, then this risk can be used it there as well. That boss, if you're planning for the next year, 200 rupees investment, then consider this risk as well. Okay. Then ownership. As this is the primary entity, what is the cost center for this one? Finance is the cost center. Who is the owning group? Good. Welcome, Anu. And who is the owner? I can say owner is able tutor. Key dates. Date of occurrence. This is what now two things. Either I can ask to the requester only, boss, can you provide the more information? Let's say I'm saving this only and I need more information from you, request more information. And so it is like I'm not rejecting the change, but I'm looking for more information. Please add more details. Submit. It is still in the new phase. Now if I go back here, and go to my request, this, please add more details. It doesn't mean that I can edit anything. It means I just say, okay, this is last date of class and post. This will come here. See, okay. And now on the basis of that, I as a risk manager can take a decision. So in the new, we do just like this much only. Date of discovery, date of occurrence. Occurrence हुई इसकी 24 को. Discover हो गया 15 को, but occurrence is 15th. Now expected gain and non-financial impact. But ठीक है, the actual risk event is for the financial, but what is the non-financial impact? Low, high, medium, it will be medium. Credit market risk capital. Is it a boundary event? I really have no idea about this one. Type is credit or market. Now I'm not coming on this particular part as of now. Let's say save it and analyze it. What happened in the analyze phase? The risk measure analyze if the event is legitimate. Means you as a requester are raising this event. Is it actually event or not? The same thing happen in the problem record. When a team or when a user raises a problem record, it go to the problem management team and they assess it that it is actually a problem or not. So same thing is happening here. Now let's say happy. Risk manager is happy and he will saying all information he check. Okay, this is a good task. Is this if any risk need to be add? Because now I'm a risk manager, so I'm analyzing it and risk need to be add. I can add a new risk or the existing risk. Yep, these two risks can be the problem if this happen. Okay. Any citation from the control perspective? Yes, I can add this. Any impacted controls? These will be controlled because this is coming from citation. Any issue? No. Anything? This? Not as of now. Approval and more. This is something new. Similar risk event. What this do? What this means specifically? ServiceNow says that in ServiceNow we have multiple incidents. I want to be see is that event a similar event has been generated earlier as well. I have two ways. Either I can go to the table view, list view, and I can find out. Otherwise, I can do this thing. Similar risk event. And how this work? This work on the basis of the module called predictive intelligence. If you see this one. And under this, there's a type called the similarity solution. I'm not sure that how many of you have done the PI course, but I have little idea. This one, classification and similarity. If I show you something here in the similarity, there is a this one. ServiceNow give this one. So what it do in the background, it pick up name and the description of an event and find out the name. And so what is doing? Name क्या है इसमें? This and description this. So ServiceNow pick up these two fields, take in the array, go back in the database for the risk event table and find out that how many other risk events has been generated with a similar name or the similar description. And then it show here. So if I go and click here, see it's showing nothing. Or might be ये तो नहीं है, ठीक है. The reason being why it's not showing anything here. Or if I change it, let's say change to something previous events. Let me open this list view again so that we are able to find something good. Let's say account ATM skimming. ठीक है, so that we can little make changes. और details में क्या है? ATM skimming. Let's come back here because I want to show the solution that how it's work. Class, let's rename this LNG and this and save. And now let's come back and see. See, we're not able to see anything here. If I go back here, it take name and description, go in the database and find out that how many records are this one. So as of now showing 135 records. But if you want to use the PI, minimum 1000 records should be exist for the similar nature, similar definition, similar words. Only then it give the result. It says timeout because I run this definition yesterday, but it did not work. The reason being I just have a 135 records total. in the risk event. मेरे कितने होंगे? 2-3 होंगे. So how it can give the results? But this is helpful for the users or the risk managers to find out this one. Otherwise, you can do add as well, like this one. I say anything with the ATM. This 5. Add that as a similar events. Now, if I am the so analyze it is now I am the risk manager who's saying yes, it's look good and I want to send for the approval. And now my approvals will generated. It's showing approved, auto approved. Why? The reason being there is some kind of a code has been mentioned in the background, which is doing this thing for me. Possible there. If I go back in my slides, I show you something. Discuss this thing, risk event integrations as well. Let me show that what is this. I'll show this one. Integration. Configuration. This one. Something similar like this. So integration means we can kind of a build our logic and then it will move forward immediately. Default. So integration is what I can say here. Let me go back here. Integrate service application and the easily report risk event within the application as well. Okay, sorry. This is a little different. I'm confusing it. It's not this one. So we are discussing about this event, right? So there is a flow running in the background, which pick up my risk event and move to the closed. ये वाला. It's approved now. अच्छा sorry, वो तो उसका approval का था, ठीक है. So now it has been approved. If you think no, it's required more work, it can go for the reanalyze as well. Or now it has been approved means I'm in this phase. ये हो गया. Now closed. After user with the risk manager role is certain has been captured the RC. Practically, when it is be approving it, they should provide the RCA as well. That why this event has been happened. This one, which it did not provide it actually. So let's go for the reanalyze and request approval. It's running something in the background which is putting as a auto approved. And the reason it's not showing here. Where do we see that what logic is running in the background, which is auto approved? Or if I reanalyze it again, let me change the expected value. Might be if you put more value, this one, and potential loss. And now save. Now, one more thing, during the analyze phase as well, if I want, I can reject it and say, no, this is not the right one. Or if I'm okay, I can go for the request approval. No, kuch to, there's some logic is running in the background which is changing it to the approved immediately. I put even this thing as well. Otherwise, it should go to the able tutor for the approval. Okay. Let reanalyze and do this thing. RCA. The cause can be capacity problem, people availability, employee conduct risk, and anything can be there. Inadequate definition of proxies. Consequences, credit loss, and save. It is in which phase? Analyze phase, and now request approval. Let's see. It's approving it. And once it has been done, if you want, you can create the task as well. But as already is approved, so nothing is be required here. And I can close this. One thing which is important here, if I just reopen it, data correction, you can see this feedback. What this feedback means and why this feedback come in the picture. Remember, this is another topic we're going to discuss it. Before that, everybody clear till this life cycle? Doubt, question, clarification. Good. Now the next point in the same category is that risk event integration. We can integrate ServiceNow application with the other events as well. What this means mainly specifically, it's like the risk event can be generated from the change and incident as well, problem as well. So this can be any table in ServiceNow. Example, this can lead to risk event and can automatically inject the base out of certain conditions. Well, it's kind of scheduled job. So what we have to do? This is what the risk event integration. So if I go back here and open this and click on the new, means auto running, like a flow or workflow is running in the background. Integration name, LNG class. On which table do you want to do it? I want to do it from the change table. Source for the name from the form field utha lo. Description form field, or you want to put some default value. You can edit some default value as well. So here you can say name. Name should be coming from the short description. Description should be coming from description should be look LNG this, or you want to put it from this. So if you want, you can do these things and then you can decide it's a financial or non-financial. I said it's a financial. Discovery, put it the created one. Entity, take the configuration item. Because this is what is my entity. Change plan, this one. I can do right. Then expected loss is like I can say if I have this field, I can say, let's say agile story. Display UI action based on simple and submit. Let's see what is be happening now. Agile story is not a currency column. Oh, इसमें currency column तो होगा भी नहीं. Something cost is there because loss is a money matter. And we don't have any currency here, so it's create a problem. Location cost नहीं है. रिस्क भी नहीं होगा. ठीक है. Once, okay, let's go back the our example only then, so that I can show that how it's look like. This one. This is running on the incident table, and it will show where the impact is high and state is new or in progress. Then this button will show, and it show only to the incident manager. Let's say incident open, impact high, high and in progress, save. See, a report risk event. If I click on this, create a risk event, the configuration item should not be blank. This thing. And now this. Entity does not exist. इसकी entity नहीं है. So make sure that what you are using it here must have an entity. Then it will create an event for you automatically. So now one more thing clear for us, that risk is not the only which work in the GRC domain. Risk can be integrated with the incident change other tables as well. But make sure the fields which you're picking up should be have an entity at least in the as considered as the entity. So this is what we see. One more thing. Sometime what happen? Let's say Mahesh raised a risk event. Now I have to take a decision. Approved, not approved, or want to populate some value. So it come with the risk event response template as well. If you go back here, search it. Response template. This one, risk event response template. I want to be respond back to you that if it is a financial loss and type is actual, then do this thing. So if I go back here, let's say a risk workspace, a risk event in progress, financial और क्या है? Financial and actual. Let's search. Financial and actual. Okay. चार ठीक है लेता है. This one. देखो इसका ऑनर खाली है. Can I do something here? Can I generate? Can I update with a template? Actually, it should show me. In the risk template, the thing is that being a user, I can say that if this thing happen, so it says entity, and this is applicable only for this entity. Auto close events once approved. देखो ये इस वजह से हमारा प्रॉब्लम आ रहा था. Let me show you. शायद our was this. So auto close once approved. So what you can do here, let me come back and show you. I can say what type of event type it is and subtype. And it is applicable for this entity only. ACM personal banking. Category all. Approve rule based on gross loss. And this thing. I can assign if this event created, then so it is like assignment lookup rule which run automatically. Assign to a user, Catlin. Issue creation and assignment. Yes, create an issue as well. And root cause analysis task. Yes, create and assign to this user. Issue creation. This one. Let's do one thing. Let's come back here and create a new this thing. Let's see what happened now. Risk event, class test, and what is the entity? ACM. Sorry, this one. ACME personal banking. ACME personal banking. It is financial, yes. Currency this. How much the loss of this entity might be? I can say might be this, and rest all good. Now submit it and open this event in this one. Go here, risk event, new. बस ठीक है. अभी क्या है, subtype potential है. Let me change the subtype to the actual so that देखो, changing the event subtype, some of the risk events entry, other edits will be overridden kind of things. Okay. And save. Because in this part, what we say, financial impact this and subtype is this. Is it get assigned to someone? ये देखो आ गया. So here you will not find option called the template. It will done automatically. Also, the benefit of template is that even you can define issue create if more than 15,000. अभी तो नहीं है, at least save this. Honor is this now. हमने तो बहुत ज्यादा दिया है, 5 लाख. और यहाँ पे कितना है? थ्रेशोल्ड इज 15. अगर ऐसा है तो इशू क्रिएट करना है. एंड हियर यू कैन गिव द threshold value as well. If the threshold value is 72,800, sorry, 72,872, then there is approval required. If threshold is this one, so what threshold I'm saying? Expected loss. Let's say instead of 5 lakh, I can say 80,000. And save it, analyze it. Because the honor is this one. Let me impersonate this. Risk events assigned to me. Now this user will analyze it. Date can be future in the background. Date of occurrence we can put it. And if all things good for this user, he can request approval. See, it's showing auto approved. Awaiting approval, approved. Why it is getting approved? It should not be get approved actually. Auto close, not this one. Gross loss, not this one. Threshold is like this. If threshold this, approval required. 728721 threshold is this. It should go for the approval as well. Not sure that why our this thing is bypassing. Let come back here and impersonation and open our risk compliance, risk workspace. Risk event in progress. Sorry, not this one. Risk event. And class test. So it is showing approved. We have to see that why it is getting approved, and it did not create any issue as well. Technically, it should create the issue because we have this thing here that automatically create the issue if threshold issue for this 15,000 USD might, but 15,000 is still more, and task as well. But yes, with the help of the templates, you can do this particular part. And this is what we see in the similar events. Clear till this point, everybody? Doubt, question, clarification? Say yes or no. We have little bit more topics, so don't worry. Okay. Now the next part. As I say, let's say this event is created by Manish. And Manish want to give me a more feedback about this event, a more detail about this event. What Manish can do, there is a concept called the parallel feedback and review, which help to the risk manager to modify, update, and process the solution in a better manner. This help in the operational efficiency, collaboration, and the better feasibility, feedback feasibility. How it works specifically, let's say I'm going here and realize it. You can see here feedback. I want to give a more feedback about this risk event. Click new. Feedback name, more details. Description, LNG. Who should be the reviewer group for this feedback? Or who should be the reviewer? I said reviewer should be able tutor. Okay. Who should respondent? This one. Kathleen Ranger. What is the priority of this feedback? It is the high level or critical feedback. Save it. What we are doing now, we are just creating like a bigger picture. If I open this, so sorry, my feedback get created now. This thing. What I'll do now, feedback, click here. This is option called the add item as well. Okay, who is the respondent? Is Kathleen. Let me impersonate this user. But before that, let's give him a role as well, so that this user can do more work. So go to user profile, user admin. And I will give him a feedback user role. This one, feedback respondent role I have to be give. And now I'll impersonate this user. Don't have access for this one. Feedback. This is what the feedback we're talking. View related record. देखो ये आ गया. ठीक है. Because in the classical view, it did not work better. It did not work in a good manner. So what we're going to do, I'll give him a right, or what we'll do, I'll show you this option from the system admin perspective, so that we can see that what it is actually happening here, or why the feedback is important here. Risk workspace, risk event, in progress. Let's say a company had a front end, this one. Click on this, new, name, LNG, feedback, LNG, feedback. Reviewer can be anybody else. Respondent will be myself. System admin, and reviewer can be able tutor. And it will be critical and save. I'm not getting any option here. There's an option called the add item as well in that. Okay, now respondent is this, reviewer is this. I'll impersonate as a able tutor. Sorry. And show that how able can respond on this particular part. So able can go here, risk list, and go to the feedback. Parallel review and the feedback. This is what has been generated. Now able don't know that how to link this one. So it will click on the view related record. And able will go this place. See. Able can do the work from here itself, or can come back here and put the details here. Reviewer, respondent, open and send feedback. अच्छा हमने send feedback तो किया नहीं था इसलिए वो दिख नहीं रहा था. Yes. Now it is assigned. If you go back here and impersonation, I'm getting confused with the roles actually. Risk workspace. Feedback. This. देखो. Now feedback response is open. And now I as a respondent, either I can remediate it, that yes, I accepted your feedback and I'm remediating it. And this has been remediated. And now I can send for the review to able tutor. So it means no need to be go to anywhere else. You can do everything from here itself. Now, if you impersonate with able and go back to the same thing, workspace, feedback, because he's the reviewer now. Why I'm not getting this option here? There must be one option called the close. Or if I open this, देखो ये view related record. Let me there should be one option come here. It says add or the take action. Now, if I need to be close this, I can close this and initiate the action that I want a issue must be created or it should link with the existing issue. I said no, new issue need to be created. Save. And issue has been created in the background for this one. If you want to be see, if you go back here, view records, it's still in the review phase. It must get closed. The reason, देखो अब close हो गया, right? And issue is this risk event, and issue is this one. It means from the feedback task as well, you can create the issue directly. These are the very few and small topics, but it has a benefit as well. Now, if I show you here, so this is what we did. Feedback दिया, reviewer के पास गया, review check, everything is good. Yes, capture the feedback, and then say I'm going to be remediated. Remediate हो गया, good. नहीं हुआ तो reject हो जाएगा. If reviewer is happy, he can satisfy. Means what we see is totally we did as well. The same thing applicable for the feedback integration as well. Means auto generation. Let me close this and impersonation and go to this thing. Feedback integration configuration. देखो. You can do the feedback on the risk event or you can do the feedback on the risk assessment as well. What reviewer group should we go? There's a no reviewer group here. And then it will work. So it is means like auto assignment can be done. Yes, it can be done on the auto assignment. Respondent type, group or the specific group. I said honor. So I can do this part on the two records, event or the even the risk statement as well. Sorry, risk assessment instance as well. If you want to see risk assessment instance, go here, workspace. Risk assessment. ये देखो ये रहा. And you can see this feedback here. Oh, not this one, bhai. Not this one, it's showing. But it show this thing as well that, okay, you can give the feedback. It is active or true or false. We open the same thing. Okay. So this part also you can do easily. From the side panel, we see respondent from the side panel, actions we see here. With this, almost 98% risk and compliance has been done. Now come back to a little bit dashboards. ServiceNow provide dashboard for the feedback as well. So I can go here, dashboards. I can search for the feedback. Yeah. You can see the complete picture that how many feedbacks are critical, rejected, feedback in draft state, feedback by priority, record type, and actions on feedback, and all things will be there. Like GRC issues, which we just saw. Not sure that why this page is not loading for me today as well. So you can do this part from the feedback. In the same way, there's a feedback for the risk event as well. Risk event overview by entity by class. Let's say by entity I want to be C. The thing is that these things are required for the users, for the business users to be C. So total gross loss I want to be C for this one. ACME, personal banking. Nothing is there. No, Atul, I want to be C on the class level. No problem. Go here, dashboards, on the risk class level. Level 1 risk. This thing like this, you can do it. Okay. Then advanced risk assessment overview, another dashboard. Continuous risk. Why it's not showing advanced risk assessment overview? Might be I pick up something wrong name then. Okay. Another than this, which is dashboards available here, I can go in my risk, this thing, workspace, and I can see this dashboard as well, which is already given by ServiceNow default, which you just saw, risk event. And you can filter from here as well. No need to be go to dashboards. You can go here as well. My risk, operational risk management, risk overview, identification overview. This thing you can see. Also, if you notice one thing, I can see aggregate risk reports by risk statement. I can see here. This is the list view report. So I can see like this, that for validation, availability of competition, inherent rating is this, control effect is this, and I can see everything is here. Or I want to go for the entity level. See, I want to go for the risk statement level. So this is something given by ServiceNow to us out of the box, which we can use it. One more thing which I missed out in the feedback is that when I create a feedback, okay, or when I do, let's say I want to be item this too. So this is the thing that I want to be sure. Let me show this here. There is an option called item creation as well. Under this feedback, I can get item as well. Not sure why I'm not getting this option. And when we close this item, when I close this item, I will get option to create the record, and I can create the task in the area of process, people, and the technology, that this feedback is there and this feedback need to be implement. So if I overview details, able tutor and respondent group is this. Which state is this? It is in the science state. Let me do this thing. So okay, that's will not go, otherwise we'll confuse again. So we can create a feedback task or the feedback, what I can say, remediation one in the area of people, process, and the technology. You will get a pop-up window where you can define, you can design, and you can put that particular things. Now this has been done. One thing which is important here, that is called confidential records. If you see this Excel sheet, how many sheets you can see? How many sheets you can see? Two,
Two.
right? But there is one more sheet available. If I show you, unhide this thing. This sheet I cannot show you because this is a confidential. But I can show this sheet to my wife, right? In the same manner, when the risk calculation, risk or the control things happen, there's a few fields, there's a few records, mainly few fields, few records, which should not be visible to anybody else. In the HRSG, there's a concept came, and that concept says this thing: when you raise any harassment issue, that issue will be seen by few HRs only, not everybody, because they don't want to be leak the information, they don't want to be expose the information of the either the request raiser or the victim or the doer. In the same manner, in GRC, there are a few risks which we have to be evaluate, but that information cannot be given to everybody. So there's a property for this one. For that, go to the GRC property. And here we can tick this box. This one. Advanced issue grouping functional note. The only thing is that if you enable this property, you cannot disable this property. It's a one time. If it is done, it is done. You cannot disable it. After you enable it, all the confidential child issue grouped under a non-confidential parent issue. So you are doing the parenting here. And if this is the first case, and to access this, a user must require a confidential user role. A user must require a confidential user role. Go to GRC admin. Let's see. And under that, we have to find out this thing. Confidential configuration. Let me give my role, my user, all the confidential role as well, so that I can see everything and I can show you something more. Configure confidential. Achha, I think I already given this role to my user. ठीक है. So this role is required to work or to access these things. But to do this particular part, we have to be at the users in the SNGRC issue, that which user can see these records. Okay, let me see if I can show you, because it is not working for me as well. Configuration. ऐसे ढूंढेंगे तो बहुत आ जाएगा. Confidential configuration is not working for me. Or let me go in the favorite. देखो नहीं आ रहा. It means something it's missing for me as well. Might be some ACL is blocking, even though I am an admin, but still not able to see this configuration part. Administration integration configuration है, ये नहीं है मेरा. Not this one. Mine is confidential, this thing. So after this, I have to go to this table, SNGRC issue table, and then I can add the users. If I open this thing, let's say SNGRC issue.list. Mainly, what happened if enable this property, then I can see the box here that which user can access, which user can see this particular thing. तो यहाँ पर एक और ऑप्शन आ जाता है कॉन्फिडेंशियल करके. यहाँ पे नहीं है देखो. तो one more option will be come here. And it tell that only these users are the one who can access this particular record. But this is something concept I want to tell you, because there is a demand from the customers about this thing, that I don't want to be show a lot of other few type of records to every user. Might be only admins, or might be only CIOs or CTOs or this department people can see these records. So we can do the confidential access as well. Clear everybody? Few more minutes. That's all done. Clear everybody till this point? Doubt, question, clarification? Okay. Now this thing. Let's go to ServiceNow portal once again. ECS portal. If you remember that when we discussed this thing, even though few things I'm not able to show you 100%, but this is a taxonomy. Under this taxonomy, I have two things: policies and operational resilience. Operational resilience is not part of our training, so we're not going to discuss. Under policies, nothing is there. You can raise issue, exception, and the event, which you just saw. The thing is that it is not required for every user to have a workspace access. If you are the GRC business user, you can use the ECS portal and you can do report issue, exception, compliance case as well, even though you can raise a privacy impact assessment as well, which we did yesterday. So I can do it here. Privacy assessment, business application, company. I said business process. Which business process? This one, or might be branch one. What information you want to put it? Because yesterday issue that privacy assessment was there, then you can put all the details which you want to do. Digital paper, which we see yesterday. So being a business user, if you want, you can create it. User type, customer, department, this business unit, HR. Select the personal information involved, because इसमें कुछ है नहीं personal information. Not sure why it's behaving so weird sometime. ये देखो अटक गया, हैंग हो गया यहीं पे, इट्स नॉट गोइंग अप और डाउन. So being a business user, you can request from here as well. You can do for the compliance request as well. Case अलग है, request अलग है. Compliance case is different, compliance request is different. Request type, compliance request for which you need want to do it. Why I'm showing this thing? Because it is important whenever you go for the consulting, whenever you go for the implementation of GRC, you should know that how end user means, that user means the business user who has this role. SN GRC business user role, he or she can do this particular part. Privacy case as well, you can log it. Disposal, documentation loss, hardware, insider, these things. Might be I lost my headphone, I lost not headphone, my laptops or something, desktops, or might be my pen drives kind of things. I can put my privacy case, because these all are the issues, these all are the risk. If you remember, let's say you are traveling somewhere, your company always give you the security trainings. Don't connect your laptop with the public network. And might be you connected it, and after that you're facing some issue in your laptop. You must go and log a case here. You must go and log a, if it is a request, then log a request there. So this particular page, these particular options are mainly for the business users only, and they can log their issues, they can log their complaints from here, or the case from here. This is what the portal risk and compliance, this thing. Now, if you want to prepare a little bit more about this course, which we discuss, you can do a policy and compliance, fundamental and policy and compliance implementation course in the ServiceNow Now Learning Training. ठीक. Now what Manish requested, Atul, can we have little discussion on the BCM? Is Manish there or he drop off?
Yes, I am here, Atul.
Okay. So basically, BCM stand for the business continuity management. And if you see this slide, let me bring you back the day 2, day 3, which we started earlier, where I show the capabilities for this one. Yeah, this one. Policy, regulatory change, era. Because it is a risk. Tomorrow, if in the company something happen, that earthquake kind of things, or might be server crashes or cyber attack, something there, from where your company need to be work. For that cases, we have the BCM, business continuity management. ServiceNow provide this training separate as well. So what you have to do, you have to be activate a plugin called the business continuity management. And then you can see this one. Let me show the workspace. Because I little bit work in the BCM domain. I write the test cases for the BCM actually. So I know this thing. So in the BCM, 4 things are important: crisis, BIA, planning, and exercise. I'll come this later. I'll come to this one. Business impact analysis. Let's say Manish and his family is doing very well. And next week, Manish kids exam are going to be start. Okay. He got a message that from the next week onwards, there will be regular 4-hour electricity cut will be there from the evening 6 till evening 10 o'clock. It is a risk, right, Manish? Now,
Yeah,
how
correct.
to do this impact analysis? For that, we have to create the BIA. If any unexpected thing happen, what will be the impact of the same? So create BIA. I'll not go much in the deep, but just tell you. You can put the details, and to create the BIA, we have a different templates as well. In this BIA, one thing is important. Let me show you some data. Yes, approved one. Oh, I loaded the complete data, but no demo data is there. Okay, no problem. In the BIA, okay, let's start quick. BIA, LNG BIA. Now we don't have a template actually. That is a problem. It will not allow us to be do. HR department. Who is the BCM lead? We don't have any role here. And test. It will not allow to bypass. देखा ये नहीं है, template नहीं है. We have to see the templates first. So impact analysis. Do we have template? Impact assessment? Risk नहीं, ये नहीं है. Risk assessment नहीं है. BIA is there. Impact analysis. No, we don't have any template here. Smart assessment template categories है नहीं. नहीं, ये भी assessment है. So I'll just give you the overview in this part. So in the BIA, we tell that boss, if this thing happen. So in the BIA, we define that what is the recovery time objective, that in which how many time we can recover it. So these are two things. There is RTO and I think RTA. I'm missing some words here now because it's a long time I work on this particular domain. Okay, so BIA tell me that what I need to be do. If and so not tell, BIA tell me the impact analysis, that if this thing happen, how it is going to be impact on my particular business. Once you get the BIA, then we go for the planning. चलो इसमें तो कुछ है. Now I'll show you this thing. Approved. Planning means if now Manish come to know that from the next week onwards there's a power cut, right? He has to plan it. That 5:30 he has to be take his kids to his mom or his parents' house so that they can study there. Now this is what the planning. If you see planning, failover plan, template application DR template. ये देखो ये planning का भी अपना template होता है. BIA का it's separate template, planning has its own template. Let's come back here. And if I have something called BI, no, यहाँ पे नहीं है. And this thing. And what is the recovery team? If anything happen, that who will be recover it? And this plan is applicable for which scenarios? Data center, Linux, Windows, and disruptions. Because if tomorrow this happen, then I should know that what step I have to be taken. So if you go back here, the home page. Wait, let me take this to the other side. ठीक है. Oh. Planning. Create BCP, business continuity plan. और यहाँ पे आप डिफाइन करते हो पूरा का पूरा. नेम अब टेम्पलेट है यहाँ पे. इफ यू हैव समथिंग हियर, हाँ देखो ये रहा. बिजनेस कंटिन्यूटी प्लान, डेटा सेंटर प्लान, वर्कस्पेस प्लान. टाइप recovery, crisis response, content plan. It's a this thing. and save. And now on the basis of this plan, now update dependencies. Means as per the defined plan, if any dependencies are there, any CI. So dependency comes from a CI specifically. View progress in the current status. देखो इसकी कोई dependency नहीं है यहाँ पे. Might be this plan don't have anything in the background. Submit for review, submit for approval. Once you have a plan, then if I go back here in the home, you can do the exercise. Now, if you know that in our companies, there's a fire drill happen, mock fire drill. I'm sure everybody has experienced this thing. What that mean? That is a exercise. Exercise means I want to be evaluate that the plan which I made is actually going to be work or not. Exercise, simulation, tabletop, walkthrough or the functional. बहुत कुछ है इसमें actually में. If don't take it this BCM very lightly, it has a lot of things. So it is actual, because let's say it is actual fire. Now have to be recorded in the system, so we can do it actual. So actual तो कुछ है ही नहीं उसमें, तो फिर काम ही खत्म हो गया. But if it is simple exercise, then what type of exercise method it is? Simulated, like mock fire drill is simulated one. क्योंकि उस simulated उसमें everybody gave a notice prior that 3 o'clock alarm will be there, you have to be rush out, go in the outside. Fire wardens or the fire checkers or this the bay जो भी different positions हैं, they have to be see everything, every bay is empty, washrooms are empty. So these are the exercise part. And we are participating. Able to it is participating. What is the goal of this? What is the objective of this particular exercise? Save. See, event type exercise, work in progress, start event. भाई event start को तभी तो चीजें पता चलेंगी ना क्या क्या हो रहा है. Because it is an exercise, it will go for the approval as well. But if I go back here, exercise, let me create a new. And if I change it to the actual, LNG test, save. यहाँ पर time, यहाँ पर I'm sure that you don't need any kind of approval, because system में ये काम होता है, लेकिन बाद में if there is a fire, you will update the record, it will go out first. So you can see emergency notifications, because someone is, I remember that when I was in the Vodafone Share Services in 2019, in Pune, there was some riots were happening. Some these things happen. So I was the part of the BCM, BCP team. I make sure that everybody who is going by a cab, I call them, send SMS to them. And because that time we're just using the Excel sheet only. But in the BCM, you can track complete end-to-end things. Update dependency. If you attach any plan, it will update all the dependency, that if this issue happen in this location, what are the CIs, what are the components getting impacted. View page view. Now it has been improved a lot. Earlier means definitely ServiceNow is improving it, but earlier it was not like that. So you can see complete things, because it is the actual one, not the exercise. Any notification you want to be sent, this thing you can use and you can send it. So we did this thing. So in the morning, 8 or 9 o'clock we started, and till 8 o'clock evening we do this particular part. The only thing is that BCM doesn't mean that unexpected thing will not happen. BCM means that how you can record it, how you can progress it. And that is it is as a this thing. Sometimes crises happen. Now you can see report crisis. Dot is ongoing to Mexico. It's a crisis. Or you can report crisis here, right? Crisis here. Crisis is always actual. It never be exercise. Always actual. So you can track everything here. The thing is that to make sure your process run completely, you must have a one BIA. Let me see if I can get the demo data. I'm sure there must be some demo data as well. Business continuity. See, it is there, but it is not sure that why it's not having any option to update or this thing. Otherwise, I can see if I can update demo data here or not. But this is the plugin you have to be installed. It's a full product. And then first create a BIA. In the BIA, put every information. If this thing happened, then what will be there? If this thing happened, who will be the approver? Everything will be there. And then we create a plan. So if you see 6 plans are fully approved. Crisis management plan. If crisis happen, then what will be there? Scope. Dekho. How this thing come in the picture? Because this is coming from the BIA, business impact analysis. That if crisis happen, then recovery time is immediately. Recovery time objective is 1 hour, but point objective is immediately. What business process? This one. Which location will get impacted? This one. So these things will come only from your BIA. Any related plan. Application failover. Loss scenarios. Vendor disruption. Parent plan. ये देखो ये आ गया parent plan. Record type is plan. Under this, I have 5 more plans. Recovery team. Recovery managers. If something happens, they are the one who will be the working as a recovery team for me. Loss scenarios. These things. So in the in the BCM, BIA is the core first. Then you do the planning. And then you use these 2 things in the exercises. Because tomorrow business want to be know that, okay, now I lost or this activity happened. How much loss I have? That you can get it from the impact analysis only. Not from anywhere else. Definitely what we discuss in 15 minutes is not that much in depth, but it gives you the idea that how the BCM work. If you want to be know Manish about this, I have a dedicated video on my YouTube channel for the BCM where you can see at least a full life cycle. And then you can see everything. And that is the reason it has been counted in the governance, risk and compliance. Because it's always a risk.
Plugin is paid or free, Abdul?
It's a paid plugin.
Okay. But in that PDI we can use it.
PDI you can use it free of cost, but if it's a client side, yes, it's a paid one.
Okay.
Because it's a full product of service now actually.
Okay. Let's share that BCM YouTube video. No?
Yes, I have a dedicated video, almost 30-40 minutes video where you can see that how the life cycle work totally.
Okay.
Definitely you will get more idea what we discussed just now.
Yeah, that is overview. You can understand actually. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so now we reach here. So before I go for some other discussion, which we can take offline, I want to just come back on the screen again here. And this is again a tradition in my, not I say it's a tradition for the just for the sake. I actually mean this. So we started this batch by praying to God, give us the power, word, strength, so that we can complete it. And today we are able to complete this batch as well. So let's take 10-20 second pause. Thanks to God. And then I'll take attendance and we'll discuss few more things and close the batch formally. Okay. Okay, I stop recording now. And to anybody or everybody who will watch these videos later on as well, if you have any feedback, any thoughts, any comments, please put in the comment section as well. So now let me stop the recording.